Insignificant permission. Spam. ACAN was not able to create a live video for Facebook profile with public visibility. Hey, we got what we got. It is what it is. Now I want to see if you can see. Let me see if I'm going live from here. Then we could just invite you.
Nope, it's not live. I wonder, is it my Facebook now? Sorry, guys, we're having technical difficulties. You know how technology is.
Yeah.
We came here an hour early and we're still troubleshooting.
All right. So here's this person watching that thing. We got one person on. Can't see where they're watching from. It says it's streaming with Instagram. See if.
Hold on,
Oh
maybe
yeah.
he got a.
Let me see. I could just go to another one of my pages.
Wait, wasn't it on your bar?
Mm-mm. Yeah. I don't can't see it live.
No, but from your Barber Academy page, that's what I thought I just saw live at. No? Okay.
Man, it's streaming though. That's the crazy part. They streaming on everybody. Well, hey, we in there.
Is it streaming on my Facebook too?
That's what it say.
Got my phone over there. I can't even check.
All right, let's go. We're going to just get this thing started, man. I ain't going to delay the process anymore. Yo, yo. You want to hit it? Three, two, one. Audio on. Let's go. Welcome. What's up, everybody? Boy P.Michael, DJ Neek. Nice. Hey, listen, man. When you bring two giants of the industry, two different industries together to make one amazing broadcast. Whew. Want to turn it down? Go ahead. You turn it down from here. You want to turn your audio down?
No, because I hear this and I hear you talking.
Uh, yeah, but then ain't gonna be no. Just turn it down. Who? It's not reading.
So if it's mute here, that's just the computer. That has nothing to do with the streaming.
I don't know what it's gonna do to that
Let's ask this guy
because
here.
it's streaming through here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how does it talk? How does that work? If we're streaming here, but I hear him talking here and we're talking through this, do we mute the computer?
Probably don't want to hear it from there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, does it affect the sound pickup if we mute this?
I would tell you turn that one off. Don't need to hear yourself do that.
Exactly.
Oh, just turn this. Take our headsets off.
No, we don't want to hear it from here.
Then that means the people that we streaming to, they not.
To be honest, if y'all gonna be streaming though, y'all don't need to use this.
Yeah.
To be honest, if you don't, if y'all streaming online,
Mm-hmm.
because
It's just gonna pick up everything.
yeah, it's pretty
Gotcha.
for what y'all doing this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I mean, it's on if you need it, but
Yeah.
if y'all, you know what I'm saying, I can turn the volume off for y'all now.
Yeah.
So
Yep. We don't need this.
But if
We
we're
locked in.
streaming here, but it's delayed, so like
What you mean by it's delayed?
because we're talking and then we can hear talking here, so it's
No,
like this.
we not using this at all.
Yeah.
This is only for us to capture the audio only.
Okay.
This ain't capturing video.
Okay.
And if we want to create the content video, then it's gonna come through this portal right here. All this out the way. Cause that's just throwing us off. All right, so let's bring up see the comment. Yo, Ron G. So see we can see the comments. He on YouTube.
Okay.
You was able to see Ron G's on here too. On
He's
your
tuned in on.
oh,
He
wow.
probably jumped to another platform.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Ron G's. Appreciate the love.
So how do we not hear this talking while we're talking?
Y'all can still mute that though.
Okay, and it'll still pick up on that right there.
All that's doing is muting the output.
The output.
That's so we really could use this or no?
This doesn't really go towards that
Because it's not plugged up at all anyway.
Okay.
How could we plug that? How I plug mine up?
Now it's a way that I ain't gonna say here a lot. I don't really know how to do it that way.
Yeah.
I know you can.
Yeah,
they know how to do it.
Yeah, so I plug mine up. I usually plug this camera. I got a or I'll come in through the Bluetooth.
Or you come through the Bluetooth. You definitely connect to the Bluetooth. The Bluetooth one right here. Yep. So if you want to connect to the Bluetooth, you can.
And then
because I like my following can hear this and us, and it would be like kind of confusing.
They can ask them.
So if y'all connect to the Bluetooth, y'all can put the headsets on.
You saying because they can hear this voice and then your phone?
That's why I'm like I'm thrown off even trying to talk, and it's repeating back what we're just saying.
Gotcha. I mean, but then if you don't want the video, if you don't want audio through this, like he said, we just turn this down, and it's just us talking.
Exactly.
And we just hear ourselves naturally.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, well, I don't need that.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for your time, man.
Nice to meet y'all.
Pleasure to meet you.
Y'all. So
awesome, man.
Definitely gonna tune in.
Yeah, we got to tap in, man. Big Stepper Podcast.
All right. And P.Michael, can you guys do me a favor? Go on P.Michael's page, or maybe can you check P.Michael's and see if it's live? Because it's on YouTube. I'm live, but you can't see it on your account.
I can't see it. Yeah. Just P.Michael then underscore.
It's not live.
It's not live?
No, not live.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yours is live.
Who, mine?
Yeah,
My Facebook is live.
I see your Instagram is live.
Yes.
Okay, that's what we're going old school. Okay.
So you want to use your phone?
Yeah,
You want to get another tripod?
I'm gonna have to go get another tripod. That's it. Yeah, right.
Give us 1 minute, guys.
So, studio is a bus.
Let me see who's on the check-in. Yeah, you guys still hear us. The problem was he's streaming on the computer, but it's like reverbing back what we're saying, and like it's confusing. So for all the people tuned into my Instagram that's not streamed here, you're gonna hear us talking and the computer at the same time. So we were trying to figure out how to cut this sound off just to stream it. We have the cameras, we have you guys. So that's what we were kind of just working on. So bear with us 1 minute. We'll be right back. If you can, especially my Facebook and for IG, put a comment down. Let me know that you're here with us. Right now, I see that Ron G's is tuned in on YouTube, but I don't see any other comments. So just put it down if you guys are here and hit that share button. Somebody said it's better if you cut off the YouTube mute and you should be good. Yeah. I kind of want to bring this closer. I can't see. What up, Drake? And Lab 215. There we go. So yeah, now that we're up closer, see the difference now? We're in each other's space. Did I break this thing? Don't tell nobody, y'all. They're gonna be like, "Oh, we're billing you $3,000."
You wanna? Oh no, that's cool. You want me to invite you? Are we doing like that? But then there's gonna be feedback in it.
Probably. It's fine because it's the same thing.
What's up, family? What up, y'all?
I can't. How do I tighten this thing? It keep. I think it's loose from down there.
Okay.
It's not this arm.
Okay.
It's that arm.
All right. I'm loosening it right now. So you got it locked in?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna tighten it back. All right.
And it's still going down.
And it's falling down like that. Here.
Yeah.
Let's do this then. Bend it. Bend it.
Mhm.
Bend it. Bend it some more. All right. Cool. Let's see. We can lift this up. You want to take mine, and then I take that one.
So we cross it over. Interesting technology, folks. Interesting.
Yep. Let's see. Let's see. Do we got good audio? All right, Nick.
I hear you loud and clear.
You hear me?
Yep.
Okay. We on. Let's say 2 and 3. All right. Cool.
We got to do a crisscross situation. And P.Michael, we're gonna.
There we go. What up? What up? What up?
All
I
right.
want a better shot. There's too much over there.
Yeah, that looks good.
Ooh, I don't need no earphones. Do it without. Trust the process. We're gonna trust the process. All right, so we got a lot of footage to clip out. Ron G's, what up? What up, though? Cool. You said skipping on here, Pete? All right, bet. I don't know why it's skipping on there. Check
It's cool. We're going to have this reposted. I mean,
yeah. Well, want to get started then?
yeah.
Cool, cool. So, man, welcome to the amazing experience between people.
Account yet.
Okay.
But down the line, that's where we're going to be at next.
Yeah, so now the students find you through social media, through Instagram. They're able to connect to you through Instagram and be a part of this amazing community, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's dope. I like that, man. Y'all guys got to make sure y'all check it out, man. We have some. You have one of my students there. He actually came through the Junior Barber Academy, and he's now an amazing DJ. Probably a better DJ than he was a barber. And that's DJ Chase.
Chase the DJ, aka I call him DJ Chase Shmoney.
DJ Chase Shmoney, yeah, he is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you gotta see him, man. I seen his energy. I was at a cookout in the summertime, and he DJ'd it, and he didn't even speak to me. He was so feeling that you have, as far as with DJing. Would you just want to be saying like, I am the best DJ, coastal or global, period, or would you want to say I'm the best female DJ?
I guess I'm indifferent about it because when you hear DJ, you don't think of women, just like with barbering.
Mm-hmm.
And just that distinct term, female,
Mm-hmm.
it just sticks to you. Like I go by Philly's finest female DJ.
Mm.
If I say Philly's finest DJ,
Mm-hmm.
it is very broad.
Yeah.
But when you hear female, it's like, what kind of female is this?
Okay. I like that. I like that. Is a less.
Less. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that could be small. You got 150 employees thinking, I'm doing it big. I got 150 people that report under me. And you be like, nah, you still kind of a small business. Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. All right. So, yeah, we got some cool. All right. So, we found out that the DJ Neek Nice is spelled with 3 E's. It's no significance behind it except for just being uniquely yourself, and you want to make sure that that intellectual property is owned by you, and if somebody copies it, they know they got it from you.
Exactly.
Got it. I like that. That's dope. That's dope. And so you asked me a question when we was off mic.
Yeah.
If you from our past, you know me as Prentice,
Okay.
right? Or some people just know me as P when I started like really like became a teenager and got that name. So yeah, if you call me P.Michael, I know like you know me from my 30 and over.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
But like anything under that, my 20s, everybody knew me as P, and my family called me Prentice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they don't address you as P.Michael.
Nah, but as I got older though, Neek, I'm be honest with you, I started embracing the uniqueness of my name and respecting that my mom was trying to breed into my future self. She didn't want me to be just like everybody else. And so I do believe that I have a lot of qualities that I don't see in a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, you know what? Let me start embracing my name as well. And so I don't mind going.
Supposed to be, what is it, Verna, which was Marquita.
Okay.
Mom said, nope, we're not calling her no Verna.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
she named my sister before, my dad got to the hospital.
Wow.
Then I have my sister Vernell.
Vernell.
And then Vernique.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I like the tradition.
Mm-hmm.
I like the VERNs.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. So then you grew up embracing your name, loving it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And today,
yeah,
love it still.
I still love it. It's unique.
Yep.
I get it all the time. Like, oh, that's really pretty.
Yeah, that's dope. All right, so we unpacked the whole name thing. So guys, y'all just heard like why? What's the P stand for, P.Michael, and what's the extra E in DJ Neek Nice, man? We
Dance fitness.
Dance fitness. Wow. Okay. So you did this in high school, college?
It was in college. We were doing group exercise as a part of my class for exercise science.
Mm.
And one of the requirements was that we had to teach group exercise to either students or faculty members.
Okay.
But since I naturally just love to dance, although I was never like in any kind of recitals or any dance groups, I came up with like Zumba, although I wasn't certified.
Okay.
But the staff, they just loved it. They're like,
time for Sean to kick in and try to make do.
Yep.
And how was that?
So Sean kept up with me, and like I would watch how he would put music together. But it was like the day of his daughter's birthday party. She was having like a family gathering, and he was DJing. So he was like tearing it up, and they're Jamaican, so they know how to party.
Yeah.
You already know how they are.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I gotta use the bathroom, Neek. Can you take over real quick?" I called myself thinking I'm doing something, like pick a song, and at that time I couldn't even mix, 2 songs together.
Yeah.
But just because I knew what to kind of play, and they're like, "Oh my God, you killing it, you killing it."
Out.
Yeah. And he came in like, "Oh, Neek got this joint jumping."
Wow.
Yup. And the very next day, he was like, "Yo, Neek, I got this not mobile. I don't know if you're going to have much use of it." And I went to my grandma's house, grabbed the turntables, and all he had was records.
Okay.
It was nothing I can really do. And I asked the DJ, like, what do I need to be able to plug this in to get this to work?
Yeah.
They told me, yeah, you're going to need at least this $1,200 mixer. You're going to need a scratched live box. And I'm doing the math in my head. I'm like, that seems too expensive. Is there something else that I can get that's not the beginner controller, but it's like an upgrade?
Okay.
And one of my friends like recommended me to a guy that was selling a controller for like $600. And I used my student loan money to invest into.
All right, cool. So yeah, we unpacking the story. All right, cool. So now we got this investment into this equipment through way of college. Did you put your college investment to use, like the education?
I did, and it took 4 years after I left before I got a full-time job.
Wow.
Man, I was more so, I wouldn't call myself a full-time DJ. I just worked part-time, and then I had the DJ business, help offset what I would have made full-time.
Yeah.
But I wind up getting a job only because I wanted to buy a house.
Okay.
But I'm going to save that conversation for later.
Okay.
I want to know about you. Like, you said you started becoming a barber like 30 years ago, right?
Yeah, 32 years ago, actually.
Yeah.
It's a long time, right?
Tell me, like, how did that...
Because I used to lie to my mom about every little thing. So I get in trouble with school. Oh, Mom, it wasn't my fault. So she ain't believing me about this. And so for Christmas that year, so that was like around, I want to say August. So December come, she bought me a pair of clippers for Christmas, and it was like the best gift I could have ever got. I ripped that pack open so fast, and I went to cut my hair in the mirror, and she came in and seen me and was like, "You truly did cut your own hair back then." I'm like, "Absolutely." And I had a barber. He was a Christian, and this was years and years and years ago. And I remember just telling him like, "Yo, I'm gonna learn how to cut hair." And he was like, "For real?" And so he was kind of telling me stuff, but I couldn't understand him back then. Like I didn't understand
Combs and sprays and stuff, you know?
No, they
They
didn't do
didn't?
that. My
Oh,
mom was the
man.
one that made that investment. But
Okay.
what my some of my family members did was they actually asked me to cut their hair and they paid me.
Okay.
And so like, yeah, that was the good part. Like
Okay.
someone was like, "All right, let me get a cut and here's your $3." And then when I start charging 5, here's your 5, here's your 7. And that was the biggest support right there because now
Yeah.
you're making an investment, monetizing monetary investment into what I do.
Yeah. Auntie that's like, nope, I ain't buying it. Here's $50. You can put it towards it.
Yeah.
I don't have $300, $400, or $500 to give you for this gift that you're not gonna appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
And my way of giving back, like I have given so much equipment over the years to young DJs
Yeah.
because it's such an expensive investment.
Yeah.
And like, if I know a kid really want to do it, I will find the money or I'll use my own money, buy a controller. And like, that's the start.
Wow.
I'll buy them a hard drive.
Wow.
I've bought speakers. And it's not even just the eye thing.
Teaching them how to like price point different jobs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge part of it too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We have two groups. We have the DJ club,
Okay.
and then we have the beginners.
Let's
All
break them
my
down.
kids in the club have been beginners where
Okay.
they're just learning the fundamentals of DJing.
Okay.
The mixing of the music, the beats per minute. When you're in the club, we're now, putting you in different environments. We're giving you job opportunities that are paid. We are having you apply what you've learned from mixing music
Yeah.
and actually practicing at home into a live setting because that's where they're going to grow.
That's right.
Or I have other DJs that ask me, like, I'm doing a party for a kid and I don't want to do it. I don't know the music. You got anybody, Neek?
Wow.
And I'm putting them in touch with other DJs that are part of the International Cafe.
Yeah.
And that's the network right there. It ain't just me giving them work. It's other DJs. And now, like, we just did a lesson last week on photo booths.
Okay.
I had 3 vendors.
Oh, you seen the arms of it.
Yeah, we're teaching these kids on all avenues of entertainment, not just DJing, because I have a company of production, lighting, photo booths, and DJs.
Wow.
So we do rentals, and I'm teaching these kids that you can utilize my resources.
I'm pretty sure because when people go back and look at the photo booth photos and they go back and look at the videos and they like, oh, look, we rocking. Or when they doing that, we got that swag.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, the DJ knew to put that on at the right time.
time.
And it just made everybody say that wedding was it. I can't wait till y'all have another party. It's like, she's the life of the party. Like that DJ created this experience.
Yeah.
And that's dope. That's fire. And so now you're teaching young students how to do that. Wow.
And how to be a part of the production. Because most DJs, what they fail to realize is it's a production in any job you do.
Mm-hmm.
And when I learned about the business side that, DJs are actually sound engineers.
Mm-hmm. Business models is done. And so I teach that and I tell people that even helping the youth, you can find ways to make money. Like you could be savvy and it doesn't have to be scamish or like crafty where you just like you taking money from people. It could be a moment where you just like, you know what, I see a part where I can start charging.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Why? Because I'm giving you mentioned time, I'm giving my effort, I'm giving me, my talent, my skill. That had to come from somewhere. Like you made investments in your business, right? To get all that equipment, to learn the things you learned, that took a lot of investment. And now you have to give that investment to someone else. And so that comes with the price tag, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't just yes, it's a lot of stuff that's done probably that you will never recoup no cash from. But then it's a lot of times where you're like, you know what, this has to have a paywall. And I live by this motto, and it's incorrect when it came to social media. So I had to figure out, okay, well, if this thing is going to be here for a while, how can I use it and it doesn't use me? Because one thing that we're all giving with social media is we're giving our time.
Yeah.
That time is worth more than anything. So if you're playing on this thing for your time, you got to figure out ways. How can I make money if I'm going to give it my time? If I give my
Exactly.
job my time, they got to pay me, right? I give this thing, this platform my time, it needs to pay me. So how can I get paid? And so when they created like creator platforms and things that we was kind of going through in the background, that turning that toggle on is going to give you an opportunity to create a monetization. And now you get paid from posting reels because they want more people on their platform the longer. Like, all right, Instagram is.
As soon as I said this or I'm thinking it, boom, here goes an ad. Do you want to get into multifamily real estate?
Yes.
I'm like, this is just too good to be true. Like, I was just thinking this, but I didn't know, where to go. And then this ad pops up. So I'm like, all right, maybe later, but it keeps coming up. A whole different video. Oh, now we have a free webinar you should join in on. And the webinar just happened to be starting 5 minutes before I saw the ad. I'm like, you know what? Let me just chime in on this thing. Yeah. Julian just gave all the sauce, and I tuned in for 3 hours. Wow. 3 hours, he had my attention. And like, the first thing I thought of when me and my boyfriend were for him, he's like, that's kind of steep. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, maybe he'll have a Black Friday special. Nope. That price was still $2,500 sperm. Yeah, he knew it was value. And like the countdown was like, oh, this is an exclusive offer for, I think, 2 days. Now that was the part he was lying about because it was $2,500.
Market.
Yeah. I'm just telling you the ins and outs. They tell you that, you had up until this time for this special. Yeah. But for real, no, that special is still there ongoing.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Facts. That's a good way to help people make a decision because some people are on the fence about investing into a game we can learn anywhere. We can learn it off of Google, Chat GPT, and YouTube. We can learn the game there. But what you can't learn is what is all the mistakes that people make. Because nobody's willing to share that process while creating a YouTube page. Nope. Here's all my top 10 mistakes I made in real estate. Because it's going to look like I'm a failure. And so what people do is they put out, here's all the things you should do to get into real estate. Surface-based information. When you pay for somebody's program, you now have access to them to listen to their community, their small niche group. You might even can ask.
I'm supposed to get a $50,000, $60,000 job, but I can't get a job.
I can't get it. Now I'm holding you accountable for what you taught me. We don't do that.
No.
Because we don't even know you can do that.
Nope.
But that's so. I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent right now. Oh. I'm all for education and premium education.
And it was well worth it. Like I was just inspired by everyone else's success stories from it. Like he had over 600 people that close on multifamily homes from his curriculum. Wow. And it's all about a mindset. You have to be able to push yourself and do it.
Facts.
I purchased a program in November. I was already under contract by the second week of January.
Wow. So you moved. That's called a nice bow of this great prime education. And then they just charge you all these little pieces. Oh, you want to stay on campus? That's another charge. Mm-hmm. You want books? That's another charge. Oh, you want this credit? Oh, that comes with our premium professor. That's this charge. And you know what? Don't even look at the number because we're going to have you fill out for grants and loans simultaneously, so you might don't know which one is which. Mm-hmm. You're gonna be like, well, did I get a grant for that? Oh yeah, you gotta pay that one back though. That was a payback grant, and you be like, I owe you $60,000
at the end of it all.
I didn't learn nothing from these teachers.
Didn't learn a thing.
She barely. Like, well, I take him to the barbershop every 2 weeks. I said, what if he gets so confident, not good? Imagine I didn't mention good. Confident enough to want to try to cut his own hair. How much would you save in the span of you spending that money for his haircut? Let's add on to how much he's going to make if he start charging his friends for haircuts.
Yeah.
What if he go to college and he finds himself in this rural area where it's not a lot of barbers? What can this child turn this thing into? So she couldn't even really understand it, but it was like, that's not the right question to ask me. You know what I mean? Like the question should be, do you even have $400? And when you don't, you wait until you discover that you got it. Or you say, hey, how can I make this affordable for me?
Yes.
Do you have any other ways? And that's why at my program we do offer financing.
Good.
And I don't do in-house financing. I do it with a separate company that I know that helps out people that's in the 586. Got the Cape, I think I did this. And I'm like, go off and be successful.
Yes.
Go off and try it. And some kids, I see them later and they like, yo, thank you, set me up for life. And then some kids, they like, hey, I tried it. Like, and I'm like, still good looking. Like, I'm glad you tried it.
Yeah.
And it's no longer something you're practicing, but you tried it.
Yeah.
You can't knock that, right?
And we do the same thing in our program. With our beginner session, you know, we charge them a small fee, but we do receive like donations, or like some of the registration money will apply and like buy a starter controller, but we're not giving them everything.
Yeah.
Because it's like if you give them everything, like you said, it's just a waste.
Yeah.
So we'll give you the start. Here's the controller piece. This is probably the most expensive, if not the laptop. But nowadays, most kids have laptops.
Yeah, they do.
You know?
They do.
So if we give you this piece, now if this is really next, I'll be moving into my multifamily home.
Wow.
My goal is I want 20 doors. Not 20 properties.
Talking heavy.
20 doors.
Yes.
I want to retire in less than 10 years.
I love it.
I don't want to work, you know, the rest of my life. But now that I'm in a position, even with my business, I did the work for 5 years. And I have an agency and I have trusted DJs and a trusted team that now can carry it on without me having to work. So I can step back and there's passive money there. You know, I give myself a salary now where before I was grinding, you know, trying to make money each gig. But I could sit back and I can just manage from afar. I don't need to physically work. I want to be able to want to work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's
really tapping into leadership, like qualities and studying leadership. So I studied it from a biblical perspective first. So me being a Christian, I read a book called Jesus CEO. And that book is teaching you how to lead how Jesus led when he was on this earth. When he was down walking, right? And then I also started studying leadership from a perspective from a guy named John Maxwell. And he's an international leader. He has a speaking thing for leaders, and he has a whole system about leadership. I didn't pay for it. I watched this podcast. I want to create that piece, but I knew I needed that leadership quality. I need to be able to say, okay, and what I did was, even with my students now, I'm like, okay, I just showed you how to do it. It connected to you, right? Go show him. And I sit back and watch it. Even if he making a little slight mistake, I don't correct it at the moment because I'm like, I have to let him finish or her finish. And that's how the leadership is done. It's like learning to be hands off. And then coming in at the end saying, hey, next time, tell them to, next time, tell them to hold the comb like this. But you did an amazing job and keep going because now you're putting your spin on it. You're putting your unique quality on top of this. And that's
them further on because I see so much potential in them.
Yeah.
But where I kind of fell through, even with the pandemic, we had a good system. We had a lot of instructors, but once the pandemic happened and we stopped programming for about 1.5 years, when I started the beginner session, it wasn't as strong of a core group because I can't teach everybody. I don't have the equipment to have 5 and 6 stations. I only could work off of me and my girlfriend, A. West.
Okay.
And if my other instructors were available, then, that's another setup. But my group was smaller. Where before we used to have a cohort of 15, 16 kids.
Yeah.
But you can't have 2.
Because it's so needed, just like your DJ Cafe is international, right? It's so needed for this Barber Academy to be in other cities. And I want to actually physically go there and put the blueprint together and put my carbon fingerprint on there and say, this is it. It's there. And then leave and move on to another. Only way I could do that is have a staff.
Yeah.
So I don't want money for me. I don't need it. I want money to help pay a staff. So my goal is to create revenue, get a grant, whatever kind of ways we can, so we could pay people their worth, that make them want to stay and provide quality education.
Exactly.
Yep.
And that's the same thing for us. I mean, our team really was just volunteers who just love being involved with the kids.
Because barbering is it's education behind it. Same thing with DJing. I know it's education, even though it's 90-80% tactile where they doing something with their hands, but it's still, you have to learn something. Like, and I know the only way to really make learning fun is like to change it up. It can't be like school. We can't be like, hey, we take and roll, everybody sit down, take your hoodie and hat off. It can't be like that. It
No.
gotta be a different environment where they come and it's like, all right, here go a cipher. We cipher in the morning out like, yo, tell us how you feeling. What's your mood like? And you pick it on the board and you be like, I ain't feeling this today.
Yeah,
And we
right.
know to stay away from you for a minute till you warm up, right?
And I hold them accountable.
Yes.
Hold them very accountable, because I teach principles in integrity
Yes.
in the DJ world, especially like when you're charging, when you don't know your worth. You may undercharge here, and then another opportunity comes there, and you got to make a decision. Oh, I really need the money.
Yeah.
But then here's the integrity. Do you let down your client because you already committed? And now you got to find somebody to replace them, and they didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you manage that?
How do you manage that?
Yeah.
I have to have so many conversations. Like, I know if my agency can pay you close to what you're worth, why aren't you charging that?
Yeah. Point in time.
Exactly.
In some areas of your life.
Exactly.
Might not have been business, but it might have been somewhere where you're like, I'm applying that to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see why.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And I preach it to our DJs all the time. Like, I was once that DJ that didn't know my value.
Yeah.
And I had to like practice that integrity. But when I actually followed and, followed my heart and said, you know what, I'm not going to cancel this to do that.
And see, because we both want to help and service the youth, period. Whatever that looks like. You know what I mean? So I know that that's what I want. I want to see us win this thing, and I want to see what that looks like, the next step of that. Like, do we pick these rec centers in these areas that have space to build out the cafe, have space to build out the junior barbershop. You know what I mean? Like, love to come in and watching kids cutting hair, right? And then the older people from the neighborhood can go to the kids and get a haircut. And then you could go over and then look at kids right here DJing this party, having an amazing summer event. Like, I just can see it, man. And I'm here. Younger kids, y'all line up here. And then I go out and get, because truth be told, Neek, in that environment, a lot of the kids didn't even know what a free haircut looked like. So they didn't come and take advantage of it. Because I had kids was like, I gotta ask my mom. And I'm like, you right, that is a good thing. You right, you gotta ask your mom. But she ain't here. And I'm like, that's what he like. She ain't here. And I'm like, yeah, so maybe you can't get a haircut today.
Yeah.
To take advantage of the love to let you. And my wife, she a lot. She can learn a lot from you. But she likes that. So, like, I remember resonated with me, and I was like, you gave me your card. I remember that. And I was like, whoa, wow, DJ, she is amazing. And you had good energy. Like, you made that event wouldn't have been dope without you.
Yeah.
It would have just been I've been to play streets with no DJ. That John dead.
Or you have a DJ there that's not engaged.
Yeah, that's playing music.
They're just
that's
playing
different.
music.
Yeah, that's the